video, we are going to be doing a wear test, try on and wear test, new Juvia's Place I Am Magic Radiant Foundation or Radiant Finish Foundation. I originally picked this up on Ulta, but the shade that I got was way too light, so I ended up having to return it, and then I just bought this one off the regular Juvia's Place website. There's 1.35 ounces of product in here. Usually you only get 1 ounce. You're getting a little bit more in here for, I think it's $23 is the price of the foundation. There are 33 shades. Here are the claims. The breathable formula melts into the skin without weighing it down. Easy glide and blendability, buildable medium to full coverage, non-cakey, long-lasting comfort. It has micro pearls and soft focus light reflecting powders that instantly boost radiance and create a luminous finish. So this is not supposed to be matte, satin matte. It's supposed to have a radiant finish to the skin. A visible veil of perfection effect blowing formula fills in fine lines and imperfections to smooth out skin surface and even out complexion for a younger looking appearance without filters. Once again, there's 33 shades, and it actually has a pretty good shade range going from like super light to really, really deep. And there's a nice variety of undertones as well. Juvia's Place is usually pretty good with their shade range, so that's pretty nice. The original I Am Magic foundation, I did not like. I hated that formula. It did not make a difference what kind of primer, powder, setting spray. Did not matter. It broke up after a couple of hours, especially around the chin. I loathed that formula. I'm hoping that I'll enjoy this one more. I do have oily skin, so radiant finish is not normally something that I go for, but if I like it, I can always adjust it, make it work for me using, a mattifying primer, a mattifying powder or something like that. So not a big deal. I am going to set everything down using the Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Powder. This is new to the Milani line. This is translucent. It does look like it has a little bit of color though. I don't think it's like fully translucent, but I'm going to go ahead and set it down with this because having oily skin, I would normally set my skin. So I'm going to do it the way that I normally would. I, however, do not have a primer on. I just have my regular skincare because I do want to at least test the finish and see if it is radiant on the skin. I will say that when I got the first original shade, I had tested the shade out on my hand and it didn't really have a radiant finish. It felt kind of heavy. We're going to test it out though on our face and see what kind of a finish that we get. It says to shake well. Has a pump. I swear this bottle really is big. I think this is the biggest foundation I have ever owned. So hopefully it works for me. Otherwise I'm going to have a lot of foundation left over. So I have a little bit on my sponge. This one might end up being a little bit too deep for me, whereas the other one was a little bit too light. I mean, I can already see it's a little bit too deep. Shade matching a line, you guys. It is a pain in the neck. In the summertime, though, this shade is going to be just perfect. I'm just going to use some lighter concealer just to kind of even everything out. I went from too light to too deep. Oh, my Lord. We're going to make it work, though. We're going to make it work. I prefer a foundation to be slightly deeper, though, because it's easier to lighten a foundation than it is to deepen it. All right. This is fully applied. Shade too deep aside, it is definitely very radiant, is extremely glowy on my skin. So yeah, definitely has the radiance factor and the luminescent factor going for it. You can definitely see the glow. You can definitely see that luminosity coming through. It's not satin, it's not matte, it's got the radiance. So I will say that it is doing what it says it's going to do. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to do concealer. I'm going to set everything down, do my brows, and then we'll do one quick check-in before I do the rest of my makeup. I lightened everything up using my Hydrating Camo concealer from e.l.f. and everything is looking a little bit better. I think in the future, I'm going to just take a little bit of the foundation and then mix it with a lighter concealer or a lighter foundation just to get kind of a better overall shade match. You guys know when you are trying to shade match online, it is such a pain in the neck. Too light, too deep. Rarely, if ever, do I pick the right shade. I have such a difficult time with that. I was going to go ahead and set with the powder, but I wanted to show you this real quick. This is that e.l.f. Conceal and Perfect powder. There's a cover on the inside, and there's like a little thumbprint on it. You lift it up, and it actually has one of those little mesh coverings, which I'm not a big fan of. As you guys know, I did not like the one on House Labs, but I just wanted to show you what the packaging looks like. So I'm going to go ahead back off camera, set, do my brows, And I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, and then we'll come back and do a first check-in. So it's been about an hour since I applied the foundation. My makeup is completely done. Everything is set down. I do like the finish of this Milani powder. It actually looks really, really nice on the skin, and it does give me a nice blurred effect. What I will say is this is not translucent. So if you're looking for something that's completely translucent, this is not it. It does have a little bit of color to it. So if you're on the fair side, I would stay away from this. It's going to add color to your skin. I am going to go film another video. I'm about to film my favorite makeup for Valentine's Day. And I'll come back in after I finish filming that video. We will do our first official check-in. And then I will be getting ready to take my son. Me and the family, we're going to take him skating. Today is his 10th birthday. He has finally hit the double digits. So I'm going to film my other video, come back and do our first official check-in. I'm doing my first official check-in. It's been about 2 hours since I first applied the foundation powder and gotten everything done. And so far it's looking pretty good. There's not like a bunch of shine coming through or anything. This powder I am really, really liking. It actually works really well with the foundation. Get ready to go take my son skating. I will check back in after we get back. It may be my final check-in. I'll try to do a check-in in the middle, but we'll just have to see. I might not be able to, but so far everything is looking pretty good. We are back from skating. We are back from McDonald's. That's what my son wanted to do, skating at McDonald's, and I am doing my final check-in. I have to say everything is still looking pretty good. It's oxidized a little bit. As you know earlier, I did get the wrong shade. It got a little bit deeper, but what I'm going to do in the future is just mix it with like a lighter foundation or a lighter concealer first, like on my little mixing tray that I have over on my vanity over here, and just use it that way. I do hate the fact that the foundation bottle is so big because there's so much product. I'm probably never going to use that up. But overall, I'm liking the results. Everything is still looking good. It did not break up on my chin or anywhere like the original I Am Magic foundation did. So that is definitely a win. My face is a little bit shiny, but it's still held together between that I Am Magic foundation and the Milani Concealer Perfect powder. Everything is still looking good. It's actually held up pretty nicely. I don't really have like a bunch of complaints or anything. I would say this was a good result. I'm happy with it. I'm going to keep playing around with the foundation. The powder, I really, really love that finish. And I will just kind of let you guys know if I am still liking it as we continue on. But so far, the foundation powder combination, it did pass the test. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. If you're new to the channel and you're not already subscribed, I would love it if you would join my little family and hit subscribe, and make sure you tap the notification bell so you'll be notified of videos coming up in the future and you won't miss a thing. You can also follow me on my other socials. I'm on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Be safe. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.